There is a problem that is common to all of us. Waste is part and parcel of human life. Waste accumulates incessantly, day in and day out, and the things that help us in our everyday life eventually become a source of hazard. In the process of decomposition, synthetic materials emit poisonous compounds, substances which cause respiratory diseases, genetic mutations, and cancer. All these chemical compounds easily get into the groundwaters and pollute them.
Ці скляночці – це є так званий фільтрат.
This vial contains so-called leachate. It is liquid which is often formed when atmospheric precipitation passes through a thick layer of waste in landfills and right into the ground. Then it gets into the groundwaters. Somewhere, these waters enter water reservoirs, which are the source of the water we drink. Just imagine what a huge amount of chemical substances, including hazardous ones, is formed as a result of reactions.
The chemical compounds forming in landfills, that is, dioxins, heavy metals from batteries, and PCBs from used oils and lubes, are especially hazardous. They can contaminate the environment for hundreds of years.
According to world data, today 70 to 80% of waste can be recycled. This means it is pointless taking this type of waste to a landfill. I'm talking about paper, metals, and plastic. Removing this portion, we actually redeem the recyclable resources. Certain products can be once more manufactured from them. For example, paper can be used to produce paper again.
What are the challenges facing local communities in Ukraine with regard to waste management? The waste is lumped together. Too few Ukrainians are aware of the necessity to sort the waste. This negligence transforms valuable resources into sources of environmental pollution. Some part of waste is not collected or removed. Such services are not available to 30% of the rural population. They burn or bury their waste, thus damaging the environment. Overloaded with waste without appropriate management, landfills make the life of residents of neighboring towns and villages a living hell. The people pay for garbage removal, but why this fixed amount? Is it too much or too little? Who controls the use of this money? The tariff system remains faulty. The norms of waste formation are overstated. Many people simply don't know what to do with waste to make life better in their community and preserve their own and their children's health. Here is how solid waste is managed traditionally. Waste generated in the process of consumption and economic activities collected by municipal and private utility companies that offer respective services or by the public at large. Then the waste is taken to landfills or grassroots dump sites and buried there. However, it is quite possible to ease the pressure on the environment. To this end, European countries have for decades been using an integrated approach to solid waste management. What is this integrated approach in essence? First of all, it consists in establishing cycles.
The integrated approach envisions cycles. That is, paper goes into its own cycle, plastic into its own, glass into another, etc. In fact, waste circulates all the time. Product waste, and so on.
Now, the waste is not the end of materials, but the beginning of their second life. The integrated approach envisions cycles that will help urban communities in resource saving and in reducing the amount of solid waste which ends up in landfills. This way, the hazardous environmental impact will be minimized as well. The integrated approach provides for a decrease in waste volumes. Significantly smaller amounts of waste will end up in landfills. To achieve that, the public should become aware of their responsibility for the environmental situation. Simple steps can help in reducing waste volumes. Abandon thin plastic bags. Plan purchases accurately. Prefer articles of multiple use to disposable ones. The waste which is inevitably generated must not be taken to a landfill immediately. If it is separated and sorted during collection at special sites, it can be used as secondary raw materials. The sorted waste is purchased by industrial companies that put it back into process use. Environmentally friendly insulation materials, sewage hatches, plumbing equipment. This list of products that could be made from secondary raw matter is far from complete. Hazardous waste has to be treated and processed under specific conditions. After that, it will no longer pose a threat to the environment. Therefore, it is only unrecyclable waste that should be brought to landfills, and it makes up a mere 30% of the total amount. All the rest must be recycled.
Наприклад, папір.
Let's take paper, for instance. The paper and cardboard waste is recycled into similar products, and it is recycled very effectively. We can even see a mark made from recycled materials on some packages.
Пластик переробляється в достатньо широкий спектр.
Plastic can be recycled into a variety of articles like plastic fittings.
Деревина переробляється на відповідну продукцію.
Wood can be recycled into respective products. It is mixed, pressed and formed into bricks for heating, or even into plates and sheets manufactured from pressed fiber or sawdust.
Цих волокон або змічених частин.
Various stakeholders come together to address a common problem. Government bodies, service companies, individual and industrial consumers, business entities, non-governmental organizations. Local communities lack resources needed to resolve these complicated problems. The integrated approach requires intermunicipal cooperation, joint efforts of urban and rural authorities, and cooperation among communities with one common goal of ensuring well-being for all. This approach is known as integrated because it offers a comprehensive solution to the problem. The goals are to reduce the amount of waste, to make waste less hazardous, and to find ways of recycling.
Виграє людина, вона позбавилася відходів.
Everyone wins. The people get rid of the waste which they have produced and for which they are responsible. The community wins. Now it has a comprehensive, multi-component system for waste management. And the community knows that the environmental aspect is duly taken into account. Local authorities win as well. The territory they are responsible for is clean and environmentally safe. The public utility service companies, especially the municipal ones, might get some share of profits from selling recycled products. Industrial businesses win too, because it is cheaper and so more profitable to use recyclable resources.
The integrated approach to solid waste management means investing in the future. Both local communities and companies and every resident will benefit from the integrated approach. Health and environmental safety are important for everyone, so it is a common interest to find effective solutions to common problems.